Are you a fan of Divine Intel with Benny Wilson? Divine Intel has officially launched its new apparel store. We are now offering our followers exclusive Divine Intel embroidered clothing. Just visit our new store website and choose from a wide range of products with our Dove logo beautifully embroidered on the front. How do you order? Just visit our store website, register, click on embroidered apparel, and view our quality products. Choose your favorite shirt in your size and you are good to go. It is that simple. What are you waiting for? Grab your souvenir apparel right now. Go to divineintel.qbstores.com and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel where we bring you the latest information about global financial events. Our channel provides you with news from around the world, keeping you up to date with authentic and real information at all times. Subscribe today to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/c/divineintel.
Welcome to Divine Intel, and today we are going to give you a lot of intel, right?
Great information.
So we're gonna start with this news that came out today. It says the Iraqi finance minister announced the sales of bonds worth $5 billion.
Wow.
And determines the mechanism for resolving the current crisis. Now, they're selling the bonds, people. What is a bond?
Okay.
Karen?
You're asking me what a bond is? It is a debt.
Yes, it's a loan, right?
It's a loan, yes.
They are selling it. They are selling debt. Get it? Yes or no?
I get it. I mean, they can't be further into debt than they are.
Well, let's read that. Let's read it. On Friday, Minister of Finance Alid Abdul Amir Alawi confirmed that the Ministry of Finance will reform the financial policy, monitor and change the economy through the white paper, indicating that Iraq has no other way but to strain the banking sector and advance his reality. They're talking about a strain.
Yes.
Now, whatever they believe what is the strain, the banking industry, it can be different than our belief, right?
Yes.
Because they've been talking about devaluing the Iraqi dinar. They have never talked about revaluing the dinar. All we heard from everybody is that they believe that devaluing the dinar is going to be good for the country.
I don't understand that.
You don't understand?
Why it would be good for the country.
That's what they think.
Wow.
They believe that devaluing the Iraqi dinar is better for them because it makes cheaper stuff. And more people will come over to buy cheaper stuff for them. But what they don't realize is the reason why they don't want to the reason why they don't want to revalue the Iraqi dinar is because once they go international and they show the real value, they're going to give purchase power to the people. And they don't want to give purchase power to the people because they are afraid of the people. Got it?
Got it.
All right. The banking
They're riding in the streets. They're taking authority, right?
The banking sector is one of the most important sectors. And the state is working to support his order to move the economy. Alawi said that during his attendance at the meeting of the Iraqi Private Banks Association, according to the statement by the ministry, point out that the current economy reform movement is the most serious and will continue to the next government. The current economic reform movement is the most serious and will continue to the next governments.
In other words, it's not an easy fix.
He added that the Minister of Finance is working to strengthen the infrastructure of the advancement of all economic sectors, especially the banking sector, in order to support investment projects in Iraq, explaining that the Ministry of Finance does not see any alternative but to strengthen the banking sector and push it forward by removing obstacles in front of it. What are the obstacles that they see?
I don't know, Ben. What are they? What do you suppose they are?
The obstacles that they see is inflation. So by devaluing, they believe it's good for the economy because everything, the prices will drop, right? That's what they believe.
Of course.
instead of giving more purchasing power to the people and then balance the inflation. Because after the pandemic, people, after the virus, we're going to see a massive hyperinflation. Haven't I said it? Yes or no?
Yes, you have been.
See,
many
that's the
times.
thing that I need to remind you people of my intel, because my intel is not based on bullshit. My intel is based on logic. That's how the economy works. They've frozen the economy of the whole world. Now, the most difficult part is to bring up back the economy.
This is going to be very hard on the
It's
people
going to be
in
very
Iraq.
hard, and especially for the United States, because we used to
Yeah.
be the number one power. Under Biden, if they let place Biden as a president, it's going to destroy the economy.
It will.
Because he's a puppet. He doesn't even think about it. He's not even a economist. He doesn't know shit about economy. He's a puppet. He will only follow his masters.
Yes.
Okay? And he's going to destroy the economy. And I'm going to tell you in my special report how bad it's going to be. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So he added that the Ministry of Finance is working to strengthen infrastructure for the advancement of economic sectors, especially the banking sector. He noted that the Ministry of Finance is seeking to offer bonds worth $3.5 billion.
That's a lot, Ben.
In the two currencies, the dinar and the dollar, expecting private and government banks to buy them. So
it's a swap, is it? Or it's a purchase?
Well, let me read it again, okay? Let me tell you what's going to happen.
Okay.
All right. So he noted that the Minister of Finance is seeking to offer bonds worth $3.5 billion to citizens, not to the banks,
To the citizens.
to the citizens in two currencies. He's going to
Okay.
offer $3.5 billion in dinar and $2.5 billion in dollars. Now, please pay attention, people. Haven't I been saying that the only bonds that I care about is the internal bonds? What is a bond? A bond is a loan, people. I remember back in the days where a lot of retards used to talk about the bonds, Benny. They're gonna be backed to Zimbabwe. You don't know it's backed by a bond, Benny. When I asked these retards, tell me please what is a bond, they could not answer. And why they could not answer? Because they're retards. They're stupid. They're idiots. They don't know nothing about economy. A bond is a loan, people. It's money that you need to pay back.
Yeah.
So the only way that Zimbabwe can actually bring back a true value of their own currency back by a bond, it is not a loan from another bank. It is not a loan from another country. It is an internal loan. When countries loan themselves money, did I make myself clear?
From the reserves, right?
From the reserves. If they come out and say, look, we're going to lend ourselves money.
Yep.
We're gonna lend ourselves money. We're gonna introduce a new bonds, and we're going to give the dinar a new value. But they're not mentioning bonds that are internal. They're just saying bonds, right? Hopefully, they come out with an internal bond, a national bond, a bond based on the reserve of treasures, based on their own oil, based on their own gold, based on their own technology.
Something worth value.
Something worth value, not a obligation to pay back. Got it?
Yeah, not a loan.
Not a loan. The whole budget of the Republic of Iraq is based on 100% loan, people,
Yeah, debt, man.
from the IMF and for the World Bank. Got it? And people and gurus are talking about, this loan and the budget this, especially the gurus, because they're idiots. They don't know nothing about economy. So
Well, they're not even making payrolls.
Exactly. They cannot even make a payroll. What makes you think they're going to be able to give the currency a value, a positive value, when they'll still have a problem paying back? What do you think the banks stop lending them? Because
And
they don't
still owe
want
Kuwait a lot of money
Exactly.
as well.
See that? So before you go crazy on this, before you start thinking about, you need to learn the truth. I'm not here to be negative. I'm just letting you know how things are, okay? That's the way it's going to be. So let's hope that these bonds are internal. And watch, the gurus are going to say, oh, my contact have told me that, yes, these are loan from the treasury. Watch how they're going to talk to you. They're liars. They're liars. I'm already telling you what they're going to tell you. Okay? So he pointed out this.
Down below it actually says Iraq is now at a crossroads.
Yes, so he says, expecting private government banks to buy them. Private and government banks. Who they're going to sell the bonds? To the citizens in the two currencies using private banks. Private and government banks. Private and government banks. You see that? Because the banks are the institutions to move the economy.
Yeah.
Okay? It's not an idiot called the Dragon family. It's not something that is called the QFS, that they've been putting billions and billions and billions and billions and billions of dollars for all this exchange. No, people. You are damn retard to believe that bullshit. Okay? It's the banks. Who owns the RB?
The banks.
The banks. See that?
Yep.
All right, so he pointed out that the exchange rate of the dinar against the dollar will be fixed. Now let's talk about the word fix.
Okay.
The word fix means it's not going to be
Fluctuating.
Fluctuating. It's not going to be going up. It's not going to be going down. It's not going to be moving. Do you guys understand that? Yes or no?
Yes, exactly. It just stays at one fixed rate.
Does that mean that they're going to revalue it?
No.
It doesn't mean that. It can devalue again. It can be right now, I don't know how, what's the, I think 1800, the rate. I think that's what the rate is. It's still devalued.
1865 or something.
1865, they can bring it down all the way to 20,000. And make it fix.
Yep.
But what about if they notice, because this is like, how can I say it? This is like a test they're doing it, okay?
Okay.
And that they know is that they screw it up because they're actually testing the markets, okay? I've been telling you this in my special reports, right? That they're going to be.
Right.
I told you guys that they were going to be testing the markets. You see that? And this is intel for my special report. And by the way, I got a special report coming out tomorrow in the afternoon, okay? And that's what I've been telling you. Things that I've been telling you is coming out. So they're going to test the markets. And when they see that it's not working, then they might, listen to this, they might do something about it. Okay? And I'm not telling you like I've been attacked, that I've been telling you when the RB is going to be. I have never tell you that. And by the way, she never called me.
I was wondering. I forgot to ask.
She never called me, okay? This woman, they never called me. I left my number to Johnny. She knows how to get in contact with him. She never called me.
That's okay.
All right. So, when bonds are issued in order to avoid any losses in the purchase bonds, listen to this. When the bonds are issued in order to avoid any losses in the purchase of bonds by banks and citizens, the political decisions that were taken in the past have affected the economy. You see that they already know.
Yeah, they made mistakes.
Yeah, they already know this. They're going to screw it up. Okay. On the other hand, the head of the private Iraqi Private Banking Association, Wadid Al-Handal, thanked the Minister of Finance for responding to the invitation, stressing that the white paper
Oh, the white paper.
The white paper accurately diagnosed the economy problems and solutions became available to all officials. Guys, do I care about the white paper?
No, you do not.
I do not care about no color of paper. Black, red, pinky, I don't care.
Maybe green.
Maybe green, but I don't care about what color the paper is. And why I don't care about the color? Because it's politics, people.
Yeah.
It's politics. And these people are playing politics. They're not playing serious. They say that this is the most serious reform they're going through. No, they're lying. They know that they can increase the Iraqi dinar value, but they don't want to do it. Why? Because they need to be surrendering.
Yes.
They need
do.
to be in a very sharing situation, so they will say, okay, let's do it.
You know, Ben, this really shows the corruption of the CBI, don't you think?
Yeah, it's
Like,
the whole
they're so
thing.
corrupt.
The whole thing is corrupted. The whole thing. Okay? Al-Hamdallah explained that Iraq is now at a crossroads in the rapid reforms necessary to pull the country out of the crisis are not implemented. This crisis will worsen in the coming year and the years to follow, calling for adopting reform policies and contributing their implementation whether at the level of the public or private sector. He pointed out that the Association of Private Banks praised the reforms related to the banking sector, including the white paper, praising the procedures of the Central Bank of Iraq that contribute continuously to support the private banking sector.
Ben, they're just tapping each other on the back and
Yes, that's
saying,
it. You're doing a good job. Yeah, you're doing a good job.
Yeah, exactly.
In the meantime, we're going to see all these people.
Trying to stop the riots
you're
in
going
the streets.
to see, exactly. And, they're not going to do it until they are being surrendered. They're going to have to be forced, people. Okay? They're playing politics. They're playing games with your feelings. They're not going to do it until they surrender. Now, I'm going to talk about the great surrender, okay? Because there will be many surrenderings, okay? The mystery is who's going to surrender. That's what the prophetic word of King Clement talks about, right?
It does.
Now, let me tell you what I just find out about that.
Okay.
All right. I hate this. All right, guys. Let me tell you what happened. I was just driving back from
somewhere.
The meeting, okay? Far away. And all of a sudden, I was listening to my music, and all of a sudden, like, I got bombarded in my head, just like in seconds, and I was like, no way. I was, no way this is happening. So I called Karen. And I told Karen, look, Karen, I don't know. For some reason, I got bombarded. I don't know if it is God, okay? This is the truth. I don't know if it was God. I want to make sure that you understand that. I'm just going to share with you what I got, okay? All right, here we go. I'm just going to make sure that I'm going to share what I got. It makes sense. It makes a lot of sense, right?
No, it was so interesting. I was like, oh, boy.
So let me share with you guys this intel, this thing that I got in my head, and I called Karen all of a sudden.
It was a very, what Ben is saying is it was a strong impression that came in, like it was like a revelation that dropped into him. So we're believing. We don't know if it's God. It could very well be God, but time will tell, right, Ben?
Yes, time will tell. So let's just assume that Biden is in place to be president of the United States. I know many of you don't like that. Me either. Do you like that?
No, I can't stand it. I don't even like you to say it.
Let's just be prepared. Let's just be prepared for the best, and let's just be prepared for the worst, okay?
And sometimes God's ways are not our ways. So
exactly. God's ways is not our ways, people. I know I'm going to be attacked what I'm about to tell you, okay? But I just got to tell you that God will use anybody He wants to because He's God. Right now, I posted videos where they're mocking all the prophets. Unfortunately, within those prophets, there are real prophets and there are false prophets. Why? Because the false prophets, they follow the real prophets and they come out and say, God told me this. Basically the same thing. But they're false prophets because they're copycats. Okay? So
that's very common, Ben. That's gone on for years.
Yes, for years. So
it's the soul realm that rises up.
So let me explain to you what's going on. I had in my vision, and I hope that John is watching this show. I saw Joe Biden. Remember when I told you that Joe Biden was going to resign?
Yes.
I told you that Joe Biden was going to resign because and then after that he will die because I don't know what he got. He was sick. I don't know if he got the coronavirus. I don't know what he got. All I know that I saw him resigning, and then day after that he died. Okay? Could that be the grave surrender?
Maybe, not really.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know because that was another vision. I don't know if God gave me that. I don't know.
Yep.
Then I saw Kamala Harris. And when he died, when Joe Biden died, Kamala Harris came out and said to the world that Joe Biden told her that the whole election was a fraud.
Right, I remember
And
that.
then she was very, very bothered by that. To the point that she said, let's talk about with Congress and let's bring back Donald Trump.
I remember.
I don't know if that is possible, people. One more time, please do not attack me. I'm just revealing what I got in my mind. So I don't know if that's possible according to the law and to the Constitution. But I saw that case going back to Congress. And in Congress, they brought him back. Do you guys understand that?
Yep.
They brought Trump back.
Faulty.
All right, so that's what I saw. That's it. That's what I saw. And then in my special report, I'm going to tell you that something's going to happen on December the 11th. That's Cabal date. I cannot give you the information because if I do, I'm not going to be visited. Okay? So let's just hold you
Forget
that.
about that date right now.
Yes, forget about that date right now. I don't want to confuse you. So let's talk about the new vision. I saw Joe Biden do something that makes a lot of sense. Let's talk about Iran. The prophetic word of King Clement talks about this. It's a warning from God, right? It sounds like a warning. It's a warning from God. It says, if you dare put your hand over Iran, I will remove the hand of America over Iran, so my people in Iran can be free, and my people in where? Palestine. Okay. Please pay attention. I always had a problem with that prophetic word, and I'm going to tell you why. I had a problem because there was no way Donald Trump was going to remove the restrictions over Iraq.
You have always said that. Ben.
I always said that.
And he's increasing them.
Okay.
Right?
I always said that. Okay. Who our Lord is going to use to remove the hands of Iran over America, over Iran. Who else than the biggest puppet of the cabal? Joe Biden.
Yeah, and
Joe
that's what
Biden
your phone
is
and you
going
were
to
saying.
remove-
This
yes.
downloaded into you, and you're like, what?
Joe Biden is going to remove the restrictions of America over Iran. And why? Guess who was the two countries that was ruling, that was cheering for Joe Biden to win? Iran and China.
Yeah, China.
Iran and China were ruling for Joe Biden to win.
Yep. Rooting
Please
for him.
pay attention, people. Because right now they're just finding a lot of shit from the vote, including a possible intervention of Iran and China in our elections.
Oh my goodness.
You hear it here first in Divine Intel. Okay? So let's see what God is going to do with Iran. We want Iran to be free.
Yeah.
Because that way the people around, the Christian people in Iran, our brothers and sisters in Christ, they will be free and they will have a currency above the American dollar. That's how the people are going to be free. When they have purchasing power.
They'll rise up. Remember the Ayatollah.
Yes, the Ayatollah is supposed to be removed. That's a prophetic word of Charlie Shamp. And the
That could be a surrender right there, Ben.
That could be a surrender. Remember that the prophetic word talking about there will be a grave surrender?
Yeah, it could be in Iran.
Yeah, there you go. You see, that could be a grave surrender because they're dying. Okay? So that could be the Ayatollah being removed because that was the prophetic word of Charlie Shamp. I was the first one to follow that prophetic word. Nobody actually cared about Prophet Charlie Shamp until I brought him up. Okay?
Mm-hmm. He's awesome.
So that's the thing about it. So that's what I heard. That's what I heard in my mind, and I called Karen. I was excited because I said, it just makes a lot of sense.
You were laughing and laughing.
I was laughing.
Like, oh my gosh. You just don't know how God's going to do it. God's way is so different than we think.
Yeah, so that's the thing that I wanted to share with all of you. Okay? I wanted to share with all of you that I got in my mind. I don't know if it was God. It just popped up in my head. I was like, wait a minute, that makes a lot of sense.
And we don't have to worry about it, Ben. We just have to watch and pray.
Exactly. So. You know, God's ways. Remember, Jesus was telling me that God said, I'm going to do it my way.
Yes, I remember.
Yes, he said it all the time, I'm going to do it my way. I'll say, okay, let's do it your way, Lord.
And he said, let me be God. Let God be God. Mm-hmm. Let me be God, right? Let me get out of my way and let me do what I need to do.
Exactamundo.
And he said too, Ben, he has a plan within the plan.
Exactly.
So we just have to...
We got to wait. I know nobody likes this guy to be in place. Me either. So just give up. Don't worry about the future and the present of this country because God is not going to let us alone. God is going to free us.
Yeah, pray that God's will be done.
God told us that we all going to be very afraid, didn't he?
He did.
And yes, we were afraid of that this fake virus. Yes, I call it fake.
It is fake.
And then like all this fake crisis. Who told you about the crisis? And the plan the crisis? I was the one who told you about the crisis. In the meantime, gurus were telling you, we're getting ready to exchange. We're getting ready to exchange here. We're going to be big. Nobody cared about the crisis after I mentioned the crisis.
You were talking about it for a year.
I've been talking about for crisis for a year. For more than 3 years. Because that was the agenda of the new elite. Okay? So,
well, we're in crisis.
So also going to show you something, guys. Right now, I'm going to show you something to prove you what I told Karen. Uh-huh. I recently left the country. I'm not going to mention what country I went. Okay? And the reason why I'm not going to mention what country I went is because we're going to be visiting that country every time we go to a meeting. Why did I have to go to that country? We usually have our meeting in Las Vegas and San Diego. Okay? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And sometimes we have in New York. Sometimes we have it in Florida. And sometimes we have it in Texas. Very few times. But most of the time we go to Las Vegas in their annual meeting. And we have it also in San Diego. But this time they told us we can no longer get together in our country. And I say, why? It's no longer safe. I'm going to show you right now a video that was posted. Today is the 29th. I think it was posted 2 days ago, if I'm not mistaken. Let me show you the video, and I'll be right back. This was posted November the 28th. Right now it's 9:32 p.m. Pacific time, November the 29th. All right? By the time you watch this video, it's going to be November the 30th. That's the last day of November. And this comes from France. They burned the Rothschild Bank in France. Now
wow, that's chaos and panic in the street.
Now you tell me, people, how come I said, and I told Karen, that we can no longer have a safe meeting within the United States? And all of a sudden, in France, they start burning the family of Rothschild, which is the Illuminati, and the banks in France. Now, let me remind you that there was a prophetic word from Pastor Dana Coverstone that says that all the banks, they were leaving all the money on the roof, right?
Yes, it was going through the roof.
Why?
Yeah.
Because people are going to go after banks, people. Let me remind you one more time, for those who've been following me for years, that I had a prophetic dream. Okay? I dreamed that I was walking through the Manhattan Street in New York. On Wall Street. I was not walking, I was driving. I was riding a car, and as my car was going one direction in the Wall Street, I saw people being hanged on the light post and trees, on buildings, hang people, bankers being hanged to die. All the street, I saw bankers being murdered, and their bodies were put on the lights, on the post lights, on the traffic lights. There were even people hang on over the traffic lights, and I got scared. I got scared. I didn't know why. I didn't know why was this happening, but I got really scared because I was back then. I was a banker. So that's what I saw. And now take a look. Now they're burning the Rothschild's banks, and this will continue. Mark my words.
They're rising up.
People are gonna rise up. People are gonna go against the bankers, and then you're gonna see on the news that they're going to be murdering bankers. This is not the first time. There was a time that a lot of bankers were being murdered, right? Remember that years ago we reported? Okay, and I told you why they were murdering the bankers, and they're gonna continue again.
It's an uprising, Ben.
It's an uprising, guys. All right, so this is what I'm talking about. See, we already knew that this was coming. That's why we stopped getting meeting in Las Vegas or in San Diego. We had to go to a very secret country and go there and then come back.
It's serious if they're doing that. This is serious.
Yes. This is security, high security. I went to a country and it was very expensive. That trip was very expensive, guys.
I bet.
Especially right now because of the pandemic. Man, they were testing me like you have no idea. I told Karen that, the only thing that they have left. I was shocked. The only thing that they were left is say, can you please pull out your member? Let me see if you have any kind of disease like that. I was expecting these people actually ask me that.
Wow.
It was ridiculous. They asked me to pull out my tongue. They put stuff in my nose. Then they took a look at my temperature. It was crazy. And I couldn't say shit.
No, of course not.
It was crazy, guys. All right? I'm not going to mention the name of the country because for security reasons, I cannot mention it. But it was really expensive. That trip was one of the most expensive trips I ever take. Okay?
Wow.
So, just to let you guys know. So that's what's happening right now. All right? So, I think we're ready for the special report. I'm not for the special report. We're PowerPoint, right? All right, guys. So let's go for the PowerPoint right now. Okay, welcome to your PowerPoint presentation. December, the month of the grand finale and chaos.
Ooh.
Karen put with chaos. No, I'm gonna tell you why is the big difference between and chaos and with chaos. With chaos would mean that we're gonna end up we're gonna start the whole December with chaos and panic, right? And that's not the way they describe it to me.
Okay, that's good.
That was not the way they describe it to me. They describe it to me that there's going to be a grand finale. It prepares to the new paradigm. But at the end, there will be chaos.
Okay, good.
Got it? Now, the information I'm about to tell you guys is the information that they allow me to tell you. All right? The information that they allow me to release. Okay?
Okay.
So that's why we need to pay attention. So right now, the topics we're going to address are the following. We're going to talk about the meteor. Okay? The eclipse. The power over the power. And the grand finale and chaos. Okay? So the meteor. As you know, I've been talking about that there shall be a meteor falling down between the months of December and January. Okay?
That's right. Yep.
The threat of the meteor is going to start through this month of December to January 2021. According to the ECLIPSE, there are 3 places that may fall this meteor. The number 1 place could be Mexican Gulf.
Okay.
The second place could be New York, in Manhattan, especially Manhattan.
Okay.
And it will fall over the sea, not in the. All those 3 places will be fall over the sea. They know that it's not gonna fall over land. Got it?
Okay, good.
It's gonna be falling over the sea. So the first one will be in the Mexican Gulf, and the second will be New York in Manhattan, and the coast of Puerto Rico.
Okay.
One of those 3 places, it may fall. Now, if it falls in some other place, hey, don't blame it on me. I'm just giving you the information that they told me. Okay? I don't have access to NASA or all that stuff. I get it from these people. Got it? All right. A lot of people think that I just made things up, That's what they,
That'd be a waste of time, Ben.
That would be a real waste of time, guys, because in my world, I don't want meteors to fall.
No kidding.
I don't want meteors to fall. Trust me.
Well, this means there's a massive amount of water and displacement and lives lost. It's not good.
All right. So that's one of the events that we are getting prepared. The elites are getting prepared to happen because it's going to shake the world. And it's going
catastrophic.
It's going to be a check because this year is the year of that transformation, and there cannot be no transformation unless we have destruction. Got it?
Got it.
So that's the grand finale. They said it's going to happen more likely in December than in January. Got it?
Okay, you got it.
Now, if it doesn't happen, well, it doesn't happen. That's good,
Yeah, that's a good thing.
You know what I'm saying? But that's what I've been telling you. I've been telling you this for a long time.
Hopefully it's diverted.
Yes. So let's talk about now about eclipse. This eclipse is going to be a solar eclipse. And this eclipse will happen on a very important date. It will happen in December 14. On the same day, the Supreme Court must deliver the result of the last elections.
Coincidence?
I don't think so. Now, what they may do is that to delay 1 day and deliver it on the next day. Why would they do that? Well, let me explain to you why. Because the elite knows how to handle the metrics.
Yes.
They know how to handle the metrics. If they do it on December the 14th, on the same day the eclipse, that will actually, let me just tell you what's going to provoke the eclipse. It's going to provoke earthquakes. Huge earthquakes. We might even have earthquakes in Los Angeles. Okay? I'm telling you right now. Also, it's going to provoke a lot of anger and a lot of shakeups in the financial system. Are you listening? It will create a shakeup and instability in the financial system. That will be on December the 14th. Now, the eclipse will bring a shift similar to which Donald Trump had when he was first nominated. Remember when he was first nominated and everybody was in melting down?
Yeah, of course.
It's going to happen again. A lot of people will be angry, and a lot of people will be happy. Okay?
Ben, can I ask you, when you say a shake in the financial system, you're talking about the stock market?
What else?
Yeah, okay. Just confirming.
Okay. So, let me explain to you guys what's going to happen. If the Supreme Court says that, yes, these elections, they were fraud. Unless the Supreme Court's order to place Donald Trump to become the president-elect, or order for this situation to go to the Congress and have the Congress basically, elect the president and not Joe Biden, we may see something profoundly and dramatically shift the power in the United States. Please pay attention. We've been told, because they have the tendency, they have the technology to go to the future, right? So we been told that even they did not told us exactly what the Supreme Court would say, okay? But they say this, that the establishment, which is basically nominated by who? Remember, who's nominating your reality? Who basically dominate your reality? Who dominates your reality, Karen?
Who dominates our reality? The media.
Yes, the media. Okay.
Yeah.
The media, listen to this, guys. You might hear it in very trust sources that the Supreme Court delivered their final decision, and they might say, I'm not saying they're going to say that, okay? They might say, yes, there was fraud in the elections. But they might say, but they will, they will.
They've already decided.
They already decided that Joe Biden is supposed to be in place because of
popular vote.
Yes, a popular vote, something like that, okay?
Yep.
But the fact is that they're going to find out that there was fraud in the elections, and they're going to ignore it. They might ignore it, okay?
Wow, man.
So
they'll downplay it, right?
Yes. So there will be a lot of angry people. People will take arms, weapons, to show the anger, to show the anger against the government. Got it? You must understand, people, that people will stop trusting in the system because the system is corrupt. But you also need to understand that this is a necessary evil. And why am I saying a necessary evil? If we have a civil war, people, our enemies are going to attack us. And we're not going to win. We're not going to win because we will be very busy trying to control social uprising. Do you guys understand that? Yes or no?
Yes, we do.
That's the reason why Donald Trump, he may not never concede that he lost, but he will let it go.
To keep the peace.
Because his number one priority is not being him being power, but his number one priority is for the people and for the nation.
Beautiful. Yep.
Got it? Now, once again, I'm assuming that this will be the case. And why I'm assuming that? Because according to the elite, Donald Trump only purpose is to show the whole world that there was fraud in the elections.
Okay.
But something is going to happen. And a lot of you are going to think that what I'm about to tell you is just pure bullshit and pure conspiracy theory. That will lead us to the second topic of this presentation. The power over the power. The situation will get complicated and confusing for many of you. But according to the elite, after this happened, I don't know how it's going to turn out. I don't know if there will be two presidents at the same time. I don't know. Don't ask me. I don't know. But this is what they told me. They said that Donald Trump will have more power than ever. Okay? Does it make any sense? It doesn't.
But
right?
he has alliances, Ben,
Yes.
all over the world.
Exactly. I don't know what's going to happen. But the situation is going to be so chaotic that Joe Biden will have a really hard time governing.
Being president, yeah, he won't have the authority.
Exactly. He will have a very, 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 very difficult time to become a president, to be the president that he always wanted to be.
To be respected. And
the alignment that's going to happen on December the 21st, I want you to please pay attention. Please pay attention. There will be an alignment of planets back in December the 20th. It's going to be on December the 21st, 2020. And that alignment is going to be used by the new elite to change the metrics of the whole world, not just the United States. Okay? Like I said, he may not be the presidency if the situation is not handled the right way. But as they told us, Donald Trump must prevent a civil war. And if he wants to sacrifice his 4 terms of president, he will do it. Okay? So, once the situation is on the way, there could be a drastic change in the power. Please pay attention. If in case Joe Biden can be no longer president of this country for any reason, and he resigned, and maybe that resigning is a grave resignation, a grave surrender, we may have a drastic change in the power, not because it's going to fall over her vice president, which is Kamala Harris, but what's going to happen in days to come, because this month promises to be the most important month of the whole, not only year, but of the whole history of the United States of America. And let me explain to you why.
Okay.
On December the 21st, when all the planets got aligned, did you put the picture of that I told you? December 21st?
Yes, I did.
All right, I will show you the picture. On December the 21st, on that alignment, there will be something that is going to come out, and the elites are going to use that to reveal secrets and scandals, deep secrets and scandals that a lot of people are going to be amazed and shocked.
Interesting.
Okay? And from that, it's going to shift America forever. America will never be the same, guys. America, the United States of America, will never be the same. Mark my words.
Exposure, right, Ben?
This is the last topic, which is December, the month of grand finale, and chaos, according to the elites. This is the phenomenon. All the planets are going to be aligned on the December the 21st, which is, by the way, is my birthday.
Birthday, yeah.
For the first time in 27,000 years, people. In the first time in 27,000 years. So you better watch it, wherever you can watch it, because this is a one-time lifetime. This situation is going to be so profound, so big, so beautiful. This is the beginning of the new paradigm. That's it. On my birthday, you will see the beginning of the new paradigm. The financial system is going to be shaken. By March, by February or March, or even April 2021, They said that the financial system will collapse. Okay? And why? Because this alignment is going to affect the world, it's going to affect the hearts of the people and the moves of the people, but also will start something that miraculously will happen and shake humanity forever. I'm going to repeat that again. According to the elite, this alignment that only happens one time in a lifetime, 27,000 years, it will shake the psychology, the mentality, and the spirit of the whole humanity. And there's a prophecy about the Virgin Mary that will come out and will expose everybody's reality of their souls. And I've been telling you that they told us that that event is coming very soon. Okay? For those who don't know who I'm talking about, is the Virgin of Carabandal. You know that, right? So that's the reason why I had to remind you guys that what's going to happen in the event, in the event that everybody will see their own souls, and it's going to change the whole perception, because everybody will see something just with the naked eye that it will shake the whole humanity. They will see by the naked eye the universe changes in colors. The whole thing is going to be an astronomical event. And the elites, since they've been only one time alive, that they really don't know exactly how it's going to happen. The aliens are talking about that this event is going to shake the whole humanity and is going to change reality like a storm. There will be tremendous discoveries after this. Listen to this. It will be a tremendous discoveries after this. And we might even have that big disclosure. Okay? So these things are happening because we are tied with the universe. They know it. They've been preparing us. They've been preparing me. And I was told when I was caught up by them, when I was 12 years old, that my chip that they inserted on me will be reactivated when this event happened. And then I will know information that has been basically deleted or been hold on me, and I'll be able to bring the people together and wake their consciousness. There's a lot of information that I'm missing that I wish I knew right now, but they basically took it out from my mind because they don't want me, they are not prepared yet.
I believe
after
that. After this event, I will be prepared, but I don't know how long it's going to take. I always was told that the day that I was born, it was a special day. The 21st of December is a special day in the universe, and it's also the special day in the Bible because it's the longest day of the year. On the 21st of December, we have also things and events that have been prophesied, like, for example, the beginning of the Jubilee. Okay? Also, we are going through a new season. Okay? And the energies will be so powerful. Many of you will start watching images in your mind. Many of you will not be able to sleep. Many of you will be able to be speaking to people that nobody's seen them, but you'll be able to see yourself. So there will be a lot of shakeups, spiritual shakeups, psychological shakeups. It will be a day to remember for humanity, not just for us, okay, for the whole humanity. Beautiful.
So after the December the 21st, watch out. I won't mention what's going to happen on December 11th because I'm not that idiot. So if you want to watch what's going to happen on the December 11th, I believe that you should rent the Game Changer, my special report. Now, before I show you my special report, I want to make it public for the first time. I'm leaving Facebook forever. I'm tired of being told
bullied.
what to say. I'm tired to be told what to say or what not to say. I'm tired of being kicked out. I've been tired to be put in prison and not be able to post. And trust me, everybody say I have never said a bad word in Facebook, right?
No.
I've not for a long time, and they still doing that. Now they're doing it to Chella. Okay, and she was warned. I told her that. Look, if you're gonna be involved in my show, you get ready because they're gonna go after you, and that's exactly what's happening.
Yep.
So these are the two main social media that will guarantee us not to be shut down or told us or censor us. Which one will be Parler.com. This will basically replace
Twitter, right?
Replace Twitter. And MeWe is going to replace
Facebook.
Facebook. As a matter of fact, MeWe is called the anti-Facebook. Now, there are things that you guys need to know. Is that MeWe is not perfect in one thing, because Facebook has the Facebook Live, right? And you can do a Facebook Live, and it's enjoyable. A lot of people love it. There is no MeWe Live right now. There is none. But there's something that Facebook doesn't have. Is the capability to post your voice.
I love that. We posted a voice today.
Yes, so we posted a voice today. I don't know for how long they allow it, but it works. Okay?
It's a lot of fun, yeah.
It's a lot of fun. So little by little, we're going to be testing MeWe. If MeWe doesn't work, guys, we're gonna look for another place. Okay, so don't worry about it.
I think it will work, Ben. I think it will work.
Me too. I think it's going to work.
And they're growing, but it's there's always an adjustment with any new platform, but it's pretty user friendly.
Yeah, it's very nicely. Let me show you. Let me show you how it is. Let me show you right now how it is. And
that's a good idea.
I'll be right back. Okay, guys. So here's MeWe. This is my green light. This is the green light group, and within that green light group, I got my chat room. See that? The chat room.
Yep.
So I'm going to place my MeWe link under the box in YouTube. And I'm going to been placing the MeWe link in Facebook. I asked people if I should come back to Twitter, and a lot of people are telling me don't go back to Twitter. I don't want to come back to Twitter. But I feel like it's a necessary evil. I'm gonna tell you why. I got a lot of people who don't follow me on Facebook and don't follow me on YouTube. They only follow me on Twitter. That's the only thing they have. And I also have the latest news from Iraq through Twitter. I follow back that post. Okay? So I may come back to Twitter, and some of you may actually find me in Twitter, but I'm not going to promote it. Because I know if I promote it, my Twitter, I'm going to be kicked out again. Got it? So I'm just going to go in Twitter, and people will notice that it's me. Don't expect me to post in Twitter, because if I do that again, they're going to kick me out.
You're going to be quiet.
I'm not been cursing. I'm not been saying anything. It's just that they don't want me around people. They just don't. That's what I've been moving. Before they blocked me on Facebook, I'm moving out. It's a new year. It's a new beginning, right?
Yeah, and you're very controversial, and that's the problem.
I'm very controversial, and they don't like that. So I got Luz Verde right here. This is my chat room, Luz Verde, in Spanish.
You're rocking the boat.
Yet, and I got my chat room, Luz Verde, people in Spanish. Muchas gracias a todos los que se han juntado conmigo en Luz Verde. Aquí tengo mi chat room también en español. ¿Ok? Así que si tú ves mi video en YouTube, vas a ver el link también de Luz Verde. Solamente dale un clic allí, mándame la invitación y yo te voy a aceptar. Ahora, los troles, que todos saben quiénes son los troles, yo también sé quiénes son los troles. Yo puedo bloquearlos y ya nunca más vas a poder ayudar, va a joderme y molestarme. ¿Ok? All right, so the same thing in English. The same thing in English is that I have I be able to block people who are morons or retards. And once I do that,
you
guess
block
what?
really easy on here.
Once I block you, you will never be able to go back. The system doesn't allow me.
Oh.
That's the problem.
Wow,
Once I block you, that's it. It's done. You're not coming back. So you better behave. I know some of you have a very bad day. Some of you really have a very ugly side, especially when you're not in the mood. I got it. But unfortunately, I cannot do the same thing that I used to do in Facebook. Forgive you, forget it, and let you go back. I'm sorry. The system does not allow me to get you back. So you are being warned.
Not yet, anyway.
Not yet. So if you behave bad, and if you want to show you're angry at me, do me a favor. Do me a favor. Send me a private message. Okay, send me a private message, and curse me out.
Yeah, yes, don't do it in the group.
Don't do it in the group. Because the moment that you do it in the group, I'm going to kick you out.
Oh.
Okay? Curse me all you want. Hate me all you want in private. I will answer to you. I'm not going to block you. I will answer to you. I'm going to try to calm you down because you're not perfect. Nobody's perfect. And I'm here for you to like me. Do you guys understand that? And I'm here for you to like me. As a matter of fact, I don't even like myself. So I totally get it if you don't like me. I totally get it if you hate me. And I'm here for you to like me. I'm here to help you, to give you the best information I can give you based on facts and not bullshit. Some will get it, some will not get it. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's it. So that's MeWe. And I'm going to show you now Parler. If I write, let's see, where's Parler? Right here. This is Parler right here. I changed the color to black because I like the black thing.
Okay,
so
man.
Here's Benny Wilson. Here's my page. Also going to leave my link in Parler because I'm going to be tweeting in Parler from now on. Okay?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna.
It looks like Twitter in a way. It's all little.
It's like Twitter. Yeah, it's like Twitter. Yeah. Now this Parler has some things that are better than MeWe and Twitter actually, because you can see my link right here. You can click my store and you can see my new commercial.
Are you a fan of Divine Intel with Ben?
There you go. So this is my new commercial.
Yeah, they need to look at it.
Yeah, and
awesome.
I hope you like it. I also posted on YouTube. It has had a lot of good feedback for the commercial. Mm-hmm. And well, that's what I've been doing. I've been promoting a lot of stuff. I've been getting busy, and I've been getting busy to provide with the best information I can. Hang on, don't get desperate. Things are gonna get better, but before it get better, it's gonna get really crazy. Okay. So now let's go back to the PowerPoint. Okay, so let's talk about the game changer. This is my special report that is going to come up tomorrow in the afternoon around 4 to 6 p.m. Pacific time. Okay? Mm-hmm. I'm going to give you information that I'm not allowed to say it in public. You will see. You will see for yourself that I'm not kidding. Okay? Especially what's going to happen on December the 11th. I'm not that idiot. I'm not going to say anything. Okay?
Smart.
So if you want to pay for it and find out what it is and how it's gonna impact the future of this country and how the revaluation, because the whole thing is gonna be a game changer. Mm-hmm. It's gonna be a game changer, okay? Because like I've been telling you, I've been saying it for more than 5 years. If you think that this situation is going to be so easy, just like the gurus have been telling you, I think I already made my case.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay? I already made my case. They have nothing to tell you but pure lies, pure bullshit. And you guys, there's some people that are so retard, so stupid, that they still believe that everything's going to be just fine. But they've been doing it. They've been waiting for more than 10 years, and so far they're still poor. Okay?
There's a lot of resistance, Ben.
There's a lot of resistance. They don't tell you the things that I'll tell you, whether you like it or not. It will happen. Watch. So if you want to collaborate with my show, these are the 2 simple ways to do it: by going to PayPal and direct your payment to paypal.me/FakeNewsShow. Or you can mail your money only to Ben Wilson, 3680 Wilshire Boulevard, P.O. Box 1245, Suite P04, Los Angeles, California, 90010.
And I was told it's not Wilshire. It's
not Wilshire. You say Wilshire because you're Canadian English. It is way ahead of us.
There you go.
So this was your Divine Intel, free Divine Intel PowerPoint presentation and show. I want to thank all of you for your patience. I want to thank all of you for your prayers. And also, I'd like to express my condolence to Sheila and the loss of her aunt. Who was devastated. Sheila was the last person that talks to her aunt before she died. She actually died seconds after she ended up talking to her. It is something that she's out of the grievance. Sheila will come back, according to what she told me. She will come back on Friday, next Friday. And I know everybody's enjoying her news, her breaking news. Just to let you guys know why she didn't come out today. She's supposed to be on her show on Tuesdays and Fridays, but she told me she'll be back on Friday with a new segment and a new studio. It's going to be great. All right.
I'm excited.
Yes. So, guys, thank you so much for all your attention. Keep the faith strong, guys. But before that, let me tell you something that I wanted to tell you guys before I tell you this, okay? So let me just put a pause and I'll come back right now. Okay, so I'm back and I'm going to give you my last thought. I was praying, and as I was praying, I released a lot of thoughts in a blank piece of paper, and I start writing. So I know there's a song from
Elton John,
right? It's called "I Still Standing." I have used that "Still Standing" a lot of times, but this time I want to show you my thoughts. It's called "I Still Standing." Okay. This is what I brought. I'm still standing. 6 years in the Netherlands, I've been exposed from the attacks of trolls, enemies, stalkers, gurus, false ET contacts, false prophets, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and demons. Then my health get affected by diabetes I could not control. And as a result, I got colon cancer. But I'm still standing. Now the enemy of the cabal wants to destroy the RB and the global currency reset. Through the forcing of the perfect cabal team of Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. As President and Vice President of the United States, not to mention a possible incoming civil war on our land, and probably an invasion for our enemies like China or Russia, Joe Biden will force a national closeout of our entire nation in the name of fake pandemia, destroying our economy and devaluing our dollar. Nobody will be able to get in or get out of the United States of America. Mark my words. But even though that is coming, I'm still standing. Now Iraq is threatening to go bankrupt very soon, killing the hope of more than 25 million people who hold the Iraqi dinar. How? By calling themselves poor. And as you know, all these news are coming out. But I'm still standing. Six years of pure struggle, continuous delays, and continuous waiting. But I'm still standing. And why? And why am I still standing? Faith. Because I believe in God's promise, and no matter what happen, I will continue right here, right now, and standing until my eyes see God's biggest miracle of all. God's new paradigm. Your new paradigm. Keep the faith strong. Don't give up. Don't you dare give up on me yet. Rise up and fly and fight the enemy. Rise up, Jets. Fly high. Don't give up now. The climax is near. When things seem at the worst, I'll give you my word. As God is my witness, I will give you your green light. Thank you so much for your attention. God bless you and everyone who's listening and watching my show. Don't give up, guys. God promised that He will give us the most beautiful Christmas through the prophet King Clement. Isn't that true, Karen?
Yes, Ben, He did.
Could this be the Christmas? Let's see.
Might be.
Let's see, okay? Let's wait for the best. But also, let's get prepared for the worst. God bless you. God keep you. And I'll see you next time.